let's face it, most of us procrastinate. I know I do. I don't know about you, but some of us procrastinate even more than others, and yet again, some are hopeless when it comes to procrastination. Hi, I'm Dr. Ken from Attract Freedom, and today we want to share with you excellent strategies to get 2020 vision on what matters most. But before we get started, don't forget to click the subscribe button and click that little bell so that way when we get new videos like this, you'll be the first to be notified. So let's get started. Experts say that you don't have to eliminate procrastination totally from your life. What you have to do is become a master of productivity. And what is a master of productivity? Here are some usual and unusual ways of eliminating what we call procrastination. Number one, plan. They say if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Somehow once you've written things down, it gives you that momentum and it helps you push you forward to start getting things done. You've ever heard that saying, feeling listless? Make a list. The second thing would be to start small. Usually, experts say start with the largest tasks first to get them out of the way so that you have a better day. But if you are hopeless when it comes to procrastination, you might want to start with smaller things first, at least to get you going, to get the juices flowing, and then take on the bigger ones later. That's a little different to what people teach, but sometimes it helps just to get the ball rolling, and then later you go back to doing those larger tasks. And then the third thing would be to break it down into small chunks. It's easier to do 5 small things and get them out of the way than one large one. How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. The fourth thing would be to learn that you can't do everything at one time. Sometimes you have lists and lists. Some people have like 20 tasks on a list, and some of the things you're good at and some you're not good at. And you find that ones that you're not good at take longer to do and you procrastinate on them. So why don't you learn to manage your strengths and outsource your weaknesses? Look for someone who can help you do them, delegate to somebody else, outsource your weaknesses. The fifth thing would be to look for the perfect time. Some of us are morning people, some of us are evening people. So sometimes your energy is tip-top in the evening, and sometimes your energy is very low. Look for the time of the day that is best for you and try to see if you can be more productive around that time. Of course, you want to also be prepared, because once you prepare yourself in advance, it can help with your productivity. Another thing would be to shake up your routine. I spoke about choosing the perfect time, but also not only the perfect time. If you are accustomed to doing something at 6 o'clock every single day, you can try and see if you can do it at 7 or 8 or at 9 o'clock. And shaking up your routine sometimes gives you that extra feeling of freedom to do some of the things you want to do. The next thing would be to try what we call the Modified Pomodoro Technique. If you don't know what the Pomodoro Technique is, Pomodoro in Italian means tomato, and you know the tomato, the kitchen timer looks like a tomato, and usually if you set a kitchen timer to about 25 minutes, the idea is to do your work in short bursts and see how much you can accomplish within that time. So it helps to increase your productivity. The modified one would be to set the timer to 2 minutes instead of 25 minutes and see how much you can get done in the 2 minutes, or even set the timer to 1 minute and see how much you can get done in 1 minute. You'll be amazed how that could speed up your productivity and avoid a lot of procrastination. Then of course, change your location. If you're used to working in an office, sometimes you can go out to the park or to the library or somewhere else in the house, or go to somebody else's house, or go to an internet cafe or somewhere where you can do your work, and sometimes that helps to make a difference. The next one would be practice what we call reverse procrastination. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. Reverse procrastination, what does that mean? Well, normally you procrastinate, right? And if you have 5 things on your list that you're supposed to do and you're procrastinating on some of them, you find that the ones that you procrastinate on the most are the ones you don't like. Well, why don't you add more things on it that you don't like, so that at least when you're choosing, you choose the best of the ones that you don't like. And therefore, because you have all these things that you don't like, you take the 3-4 best ones, you still get things done. I hope you're with me in that one. And the next thing would be to put money on the line. Find a friend, give them $50 or $100 and tell them, you know what, I want you to hold me accountable to what I have to do here today. And if I don't get this task accomplished, you keep the $100. Make it even better, sweeten the deal. Give them the $100 up front and tell them that they can keep it, or they can give it to a charity or some organization that you don't really like. Maybe that would help to make you more accountable, more productive, and to procrastinate less. And of course, your mood also plays a role. As you know, if you're feeling down, your level of productivity is going to go down. If you're feeling upbeat, you've slept enough, you're exercised enough, all of that will play a role. So work on your mood. And last but not least, celebrate your successes. That is very, very important. We tend to forget that no matter how small the success is, if you celebrate it, you develop what we call the confidence-competence loop. You keep doing it over and you're reinforcing that feeling of confidence in yourself and that feeling of wanting to do more. Who doesn't like praise? When you praise somebody, they want to do more. Same thing. If you praise yourself and you celebrate your successes, that's what you're doing, you will want to get more done. So remember, all of these things I've just spoken about, some of them are unusual, but most of them are things that are easy to do. That's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have questions, I would love to hear from you. I would also love to know if you have anything to add. How do you deal with procrastination? Please leave your comments below. Stay aware and set mind to purpose. Make life an adventure. You were born to make a difference. Have a good one.